Hello and welcome to the today's session. Today we are going to have a look at MCQs based on mass spectrometry. I'll post some MCQs on UVIR, proton NMR also after this session. So the first MCQ, mass spectrum is a plot of the relative abundance versus M/E ratio, relative abundance versus mass to charge ratio versus atomic number. So these two are wrong, this is correct, this is by default it is wrong. So when we plot the spectrum, it is relative abundance versus mass to charge ratio. This is the plot and you get various peaks. This is going to be m plus in most of the cases, the peak at the most right and so on. So the first option is correct, that is mass to charge ratio versus relative abundance, or relative abundance versus mass to charge ratio, that is correct. The second question is, which particle is used for bombardment to produce molecular ion peak by classical method? Proton, electron, neutron or alpha particle? So this is correct. The electrons with 70 electron volt energy is bombarded on any molecule. First of all, the molecule is transferred into vapor phase and then it is bombarded with electrons of 70 electron volt energy, and thereby you can produce the molecular ion peak. Then separation of ions, the positive charge we are interested in mass is done on the basis of mass, charge, molecular weight or M. The separation is purely done on the basis of mass to charge ratio, where charge is taken as unity and mass to charge ratio is going to be vital, because that is a plot which suggests the mass spectrum formation. Next one is, which of the following gives m plus minus 1 peak? Now there are only two compounds which can give prominent m plus minus 1 peak. One is terminal alkyne and second is aldehyde. So you have to keep in mind. So this is the correct thing. So when you take this molecule, this is 1 propyne, and the next immediate peak you will get, I can put radical time, and then this will give you loss of proton is prominent here, so as it is there in the case of aldehyde. So I will take some simple aldehyde, say acetaldehyde for the sake of convenience. So this can lose mass to charge is 44. So loss of proton or m plus minus 1 peak is possible in either terminal alkynes or aldehydes. So you have to remember that, and in objective questions this kind of small queries will be asked and you are supposed to answer them correctly. Then McLafferty rearrangement is possible in the options are given. McLafferty is nothing but the abstraction of gamma hydrogen, and then a sort of rearrangement occurs. So, in first molecule it occurs. Let me put first molecule in this way: alpha, beta, gamma. So, gamma hydrogen I am going to put. These are relative numberings, gamma hydrogens, and then you can simply use this method OH radical cation plus ethylene. So, mass to charge. Now, we start with even number. This is going to be even. So, even to even, that is McLafferty rearrangement. Here gamma hydrogen is absent. So, this is not going to give you any McLafferty. Here also gamma hydrogen is not there, gamma carbon is not there. First of all, this is altogether different. So, the first compound can give you the McLafferty rearrangement when the even molecular ion peak gives rise to even fragment with the elimination of neutral entities like olefins. Then tropylium ion will be found in or formed in the first compound, second, third and fourth. So, first compound let me put. Okay. So, tropylium ion, let me put positive charge here. This is M plus radical, and now you can have the homolysis of this kind of breaking of the bond, so that you can get the tropylium ion, and of course, you will be having a radical alongside. Now, this radical anyway is not absorbed. This is equivalent to your tropylium ion. M by Z is equal to 91. So, M by E or M by Z is equal to 91 is tropylium ion. That is possible in first compound. In second, it is not possible because benzylic, the chances of cleavage is here. Now, this is these two are different, like this can break here or here, and this can break here. So, that is tropylium ion formation is easy, or it is facile in first example. Remaining examples, they can't give tropylium ion so readily. Okay. Then next question is, which of the following pair is odd? Now, we have written Cl 35 37, Br 79 81, carbon 12 13 and iodine 127 131. So, this question is based on isotopic abundance, which can be detected by mass spectrometry, because in chlorine we get two peaks, M plus and M plus plus 2. This is for 35, this is for 37, and their relative abundances would be, this is 35, this is 37, and percentage abundance. So, this kind of peak you will get in mass spectrum. So, wherein this will be 3, this will be 1. So, that ratio is telling us the relative abundances of Cl 35 is 75%, Cl 37 is 25%. For bromine, it is 1:1. So, this is 3:1. I am just putting the ratios here. It is 1%, So, it is there, but it is trace. Iodine 127 and 131. 131 cannot be used because that is radioisotope. So, last option is the odd, wherein we can't work with those radioactive species. Now, base peak at 143 is possible in the 4 options are given: 1, 2, and last is this. Okay. Now, here we can put radical cation on the top, and now 1, 2, 3 we can break the molecule here. So, that this is 43, this is 29, here it will be 29 from either side. Anyway, that cannot be 43, but this will be definitely more. This is going to be 57, I think. Here also 29, if it breaks here, this is 35 or 37, and this is going to be 57. So, and here this is more likely, that is 29, and the other part is going to be 1, 2, 3, 41, 29. So, anyway, none of these is giving 43. 43 is given by the first compound, pentane, N-pentane to be precise. The remaining molecules won't give that peak, they give some other peaks, but that is not the we have to explain only 43. Now, this in this compound, which of the following peak is due to McLafferty? Now, 172 is its molecular weight. So, this is going to be your M plus radical peak. Now, this is even, right? This is odd, this is odd. So, you do not have to look at the fragmentation, this is even. So, even to even is going to be McLafferty, even to odd is general fragmentation. So, 115 and 115 and 43, both 115 and 43 are ruled out. This is by default it is molecular ion, so it is not the rearrangement peak. The peak is second one, that is 130. We have already seen this kind of thing. You can show by this way also, no problem. Alpha, beta, gamma hydrogen. So, let me put hydrogens here. And then simply you can put the, take the hydrogen from here. So, you can show OH, radical cation, double bond, CH2 CH3, and alongside you will be having. So, this is M by E is equal to 130, this is weighing 42, but this is neutral molecule. So, that is not going to be absorbed, or that is not going to be detected by the multiplier tube in mass detector. So, that is the neutral entity is not detected. So, 130 is the peak which is due to McLafferty rearrangement. The next one is C6H14O mass M by E 45 base peak is obtained in. Now, M by E 45 is, this will give 43, okay, from either side this will give 45, this will give, let us say, water loss or some fragmentation. At the most it can give 43 or 57. So this can give, say, if it breaks down here, this will be 1 2 3 4 5, so it will be higher. So anyway, none of these can give 45. The first molecule gives peak carat at 45. So first option is correct. Remaining fragmentation we have seen, they give some other peaks of mass to charge ratio, but not 45. So this will give 31 and the higher, 43 and 59, 43, 57, and maybe some more peaks, but not 45. So this, the first option is correct, that is the ether. Now C6H14O, the saturated compound. So obviously saturated oxygen has to be in the form of ether, and that's why the first option is correct. Okay. In next session I'll put some questions based on UV, IR and PMR alongside, and some more examples on mass, and we'll continue in this manner unless your exam dates are declared. Okay. Thank you very much.